What is up everyone, Chloe here and welcome to my channel. So today is finally the long awaited 1000 subscribers special and it will be a question and answer. So now of course I cannot have y'all just watching my face for like 20 minutes, maybe plus minus 20 minutes. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I cannot have y'all just watching my face while I answer the questions. That's a bit awkward. Even I'll feel awkward. So I prepared some food and this is gonna be like a mini mukbang, of course. Yeah, so let me just tell you what I did, and you will not believe it, but I did make all this food from scratch. Right now it's 8 a.m. in the morning. I woke up at 6 to make this food. Okay, this is my breakfast. It's a bit of a big breakfast, but I mean anything for y'all. And I'm just excited to answer these questions. Y'all came through with them. So the very first thing we have is some chicken. This is fried chicken. This is garlic and paprika flavor. Then we have more chicken. I love chicken. This is lemon and herb and pepper flavor. All homemade. Please, come on. This looks so great. Like, this even looks like a chicken wing low-key. I don't know how I did that, but I did it. This is all chicken breast. Then we've got some pickles. I was too lazy to find a plate for them, but here we've got some pickles. Then we have mayo, and then we've got some guacamole. And then we've got my favorite drink of all time. If you're at this point in my channel and you don't know what my favorite drink is, I'm canceling you. I'm kidding. But of course we've got some water, and it is fridge water with ice and everything. I really love cold water. And without any further ado, let us just get into the video. What are my top 3 fave K-pop albums? Okay, you know, when I looked at this question, I was like, this is a bit of a steep question. I mean, 3 albums is a steep selection, but I'd have to say my first one would be Clay 1 Miro by Stray Kids. Then it would be All About Love by Monster X, and then Love Yourself Tear by BTS. I think those are my top 3 K-pop albums because it's like 0 skips at all. I dropped some guacamole. So the next question is, what courses are you doing in varsity? So in varsity, I'm actually studying computer science, so that's my degree. And then in my degree, this guacamole is fantastic. The lemon flavor, and it's all homemade. One thing about me is I know how to cook. Anyways, in my degree, there are 4 majors that I'm majoring in this year. And the 4 majors would be mathematics, applied mathematics, computer science, of course, and then psychology. And that's basically it. So I'm doing a very demanding degree. It's very demanding. And I've already started university. I started in February. So that's why I've been like missing, because I have a lot of work to do. And I'm learning a lot of new concepts. And like, I don't know, it's just assignments and tests and stuff. So because it's such a demanding degree, I rarely have time to like sit down and film or sit down and edit. And I'm always tired because a lot of the time I'm just like contributing my time to practicing questions and practicing and doing labs and doing practicals and stuff like that. Next question is, when and how did you first discover K-pop? Okay, I first discovered K-pop in 2019. And I was introduced to it by a girl that I'm actually no longer friends with. But basically how she introduced it to me, she was just like, oh, there's this band that I really like. I'm like, who is it? She's like, it's BTS. And at that point I already knew BTS because there were some girls who were like girl crazy over BTS, like proper fangirls in my grade. And I think in grade 9, I mean in 2019, I must have been like in grade 9 or grade 10, I don't remember. But I was in one of those grades. So you know, at that period of time when people are like 15, 16 years old, they're really like crazy fangirls. So like they were crazy fangirls, and I was just not into that. And then she was like, just listen to this one song, and I was like, no. Oh, and I've got lemon water. This is actually lemon water, I forgot, because I can't afford Sprite. Anyways so then she introduced me to Idol. That was the first song she introduced me to, and of course I didn't like it. Idol was a bit of a strong start. Like, it's a lot of colors, a lot of sounds, a lot of noise, and the only thing that saved that whole introduction was the fact that she introduced it to me with Nicki Minaj's feature. So I was like, okay, this sneaky verse, like it low-key goes in, but I don't like the song. Then when I got home, funny enough, I was on YouTube that day, and DNA showed up on my explore page. And then I was like, okay, she already introduced BTS to me earlier today. Let me just try this song. Like, you never know. Like, one thing about me is I'm open-minded. So I really am not scared to, like, try new things, learn new things, hear about new things. So naturally, I clicked on the video, clicked on DNA. First thing I saw was Jungkook whistling. I was like, okay, he's so cute. I was like, I loved his face. I was like, he's so cute. And then DNA was just such a good song. The music video was good, the rap was good, the dancing was good, they all looked so cute. And my favorite part of DNA that made me listen to the song over and over again was Tae's bridge. That one Tae like part, that part, and Tae looked so good in that video. I had to keep on watching it. And then that's just how I fell in love with BTS, because after you watch 1 or 2 BTS music videos, next thing you're watching crack videos, next thing you're watching BTS funny moments at 3 a.m. cackling in your bed. And then that's just how I fell into K-pop. Okay, so these next few questions are all from Ever Glow Up, aka Cheryl. Thank you so much for sending all these questions. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Okay, so the first question is, what are some of my hobbies? Okay, so I have many different hobbies, but I only have a few that I'm consistent with. So the ones that I'm really consistent with is like cooking. As you can see, I love to cook. I love cooking. I love sharing recipes. I love discovering recipes. Like if I taste something and I really like how it tastes, I'm not going to ask for the recipe. I'm also the type to try and imitate the recipe and experiment with the ingredients that I think were involved until I get it right. And nine out of 10 times I have been right. Like I can taste something and then mimic the flavor later on and just discover the recipe all on my own, which is really fun. Another hobby of mine is learning Korean for obvious reasons. And it's not because it's like this whole weird career boo thing. The thing is, liking K-pop leads you to end up liking the language, the culture, wanting to go travel South Korea. This is not to say that it's like, oh, bubblegum and rainbows and it's just like the good side and everything. Like I know I am realistic about it, but I'm still interested in learning Korean. Then I'm also learning Arabic. Arabic is difficult, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, step by step we're trying it. And then I'm also learning Shona, which is an African language that many people may not know, but yeah, I'm also learning Shona. So right now I'm learning 3 languages. I'm hoping to be able to speak 6 languages, because right now I can speak 3 languages. I can speak 3, so I'm learning 3 more. So I'm hoping by the end of the year that I'm able to speak at least 6, and the 3 that I'm learning. And Shona, I'm hoping to at least be able to be like intermediate at it. Korean also hoping to be intermediate, and Arabic I'm hoping to be able to hold like a basic 5-minute conversation by the end of the year. Other hobbies would be like doing dance covers. So if y'all had chosen a dance cover for the special, I would have done a dance cover. In YouTube is actually like my favorite hobby, and it's like a hobby that I'm so glad I started because I enjoy it so much. But the thing with YouTube is that just like all my other hobbies, there's so much I still have to learn about it. So I still have to learn what's going to help me generate maximum amount of views, what people are searching for. I have to learn a lot of stuff, what people are interested in, but it's really a learning process. Some people have learned it faster than I have, but it's okay because it's my own race. So you know what, like I'm not fretting about anything. I'm just grateful to be where I am right now. Another hobby of mine would be like coding and programming, learning like different code languages. So like right now I know Python, I know C, I'm learning JavaScript, and I want to learn HTML too. So those are my hobbies. Is there a song from your fave groups or one of your fave groups in which you really dislike? Okay, so from like all the groups that come to mind, like for example Stray Kids, there is a song that I really dislike, but I cannot remember what it is. To be honest with you, with Stray Kids, it's like I didn't like the whole recent album. Thunderous is good, but it just was not giving what it was supposed to give. Like I love Stray Kids, but it just didn't give me what it needed to give me. So yeah, I'm just gonna say I didn't really like the new album. It was okay, nothing bad, I just didn't really like it. Compared to the fact that I've loved almost every other album, Stray Kids they missed with this album. BTS, I don't like Permission to Dance at all. and I'm not planning on liking it anytime soon. Don't try to convince me. I also don't really like Life Goes On by BTS. I don't know why. Just don't like it. I don't like Simsalabim by Red Velvet. I don't know what the hell they were doing with that song, but it must just never be done again. I like a lot of groups, so if I go through this whole list, it's gonna take a while. Favorite vocalist and rapper, or top 5 vocalists and rappers? My top 5 vocalists, first would have to be Wendy from Red Velvet. You know, she can be as problematic as she wants. I love that woman's voice. I love it. Next, Baekhyun from EXO. Again, he can be as problematic as he wants. I love his voice. Jungkook from BTS. Adore his voice. Jiho from Twice. I don't know. Something just about the way she sounds. Like, girl, stop. Like, why do you sound so good? And then I'd have to say Liz from IVE. Yeah. Top 5 rappers. Number 1, Changbin from Stray Kids. Number 2, IM. Okay, IM and Jihoon from Monster X, I'm gonna put them as one person, okay, because I'm not about to give them 2 spaces, but I love both of them, IM and Jihoon, so 1 space for them. Then I'd have to say Sugar from BTS, or as August D. I love him as August D, I love him as Sugar, so one of my favorite rappers too. Soyeon from G Idol, and then unpopular opinion, Jennie. Jennie from Blackpink. Favorite song from a group you don't stan? I don't stan 17, which is so sad because I love a lot of 17 songs. My favorite songs from there would be Fear and Left and Right. Fear is so good. Fear is so good. Fear is so good. I'm about to go stream it. It's just so good. And then Left and Right, of course, self-explanatory, is a really good song. And then another group that for some reason I haven't been able to get into is 80s. I love so many 80s songs, but for some reason I just cannot get into them. Like, I love Wonderland, I love Hala Hala, Hearts Alive, Awakened, I think, I don't know. And I love Fireworks, but I just, no matter how many times I try to get in the group, I cannot. Like, when is your birthday? If this is too private, feel free to skip it. Sorry if it was. Girl, it is not private. It is not private. I love talking about my birthday. My birthday is my favorite day of the year. It's my favorite day of the decade. It's my favorite day of the century. Like, my birthday is the only day that matters, and my birthday is on the 18th of October. My birthday is on the 18th of October. So, yeah. On the 18th of October, wish me happy birthday. I'm a Libra, so, you know, you gotta wish me happy birthday. Why did you start a Ktube channel, and why do you show your face? Okay, so I started a Ktube channel because I like talking about K-pop, but I don't like talking about K-pop in terms of, oh, like ranking albums and title track stuff. I don't like talking about K-pop in terms of the music. I like talking about K-pop on a more elevated level, which is like commentary. So in terms of like K-pop idols and politics, K-pop idols and plastic surgery, K-pop idols and this and this and this. Although I haven't explored many of the topics that I want to explore on my channel because of a lack of time and structure in my life that I need to fix. Like, I need to get better at scripting. I need to get better at doing my research. I am so bad at that, and that's why I haven't been able to do all the topics that I want to do. But I'm just learning research skills first, so that when I actually do the topics, it's worth your while. So that's why I started a Ktube channel, because I love commentary, and I never even planned to watch other creators or to even make friends with other creators, because in my head I was like, this is competition, like we're not a team. But then now, ever since becoming a Ktuber, I've enjoyed other Ktubers' content a lot. And I love finding channels that have like under 100 subscribers who have good content. Like, this channel that I was watching, she had like 5 subscribers, but her content was amazing. I wonder how she's doing now. I need to search her up. She's probably doing so good. And now I have like some Ktuber friends. I have some Ktuber acquaintances. I've got like, I don't know. I love Ktube. So yeah. Do you have any controversial K-pop opinions? Do I have any controversial K-pop opinions? I wouldn't call any of my opinions controversial, but I would call them opinions that need to be said. Okay? Like, don't come for me. I am a Blink. I love Blackpink. You know, I follow them on every social media. I just love them. I would never hate on them for fun, okay? But the girls just need to disband. Like, it's at the point now where they're thriving so much in their solo careers that it's even like, there's no point. And having one comeback once every century, it's like, why? Like, and you come back and the comeback is like mediocre. Like, what even is the point? You know, like, just move on. Carry on with the solo careers. Y'all are doing well. Y'all are gorgeous. Y'all are rich. Just carry on with that, because Blackpink as a group, as a concept, it's done. It's done for. And now it feels like they're beating a dead horse. That's just how it feels to me. Is there any type of content or content creator on KTube that you don't like? No, actually. And let me tell you why. There are some people who make content that you have to side eye. You're just like, why are you doing that? But when I get down to it, I don't dislike it. And the reason why I don't dislike it is because every content creator on this platform has a role, has a reason, has a purpose, and has a following. Okay? These people have a following of people who are interested in the type of content that they make. Okay? So I cannot say that I don't like this content when there are clearly thousands of people who like this content. I don't dislike it because the content that they're making is making a certain group of people happy. As long as it's making someone happy or it's giving someone entertainment and enjoyment, who am I to say that, like, I don't like this content, don't make this content? Like, that's not my business. Like, will I interact with that content? However, no. If the content is not to my liking, I'm not going to interact with it. I'm not going to make it known that I don't like it. If there's a KTube content creator that doesn't like me, I'll be like, okay, you know, each to their own. And if there's a K-pop, if there's a K-pop content creator that I don't like, each to their own. But I'm not gonna be like publicly say it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't like XXX. Like, no. But in honesty, or in all true honesty, there's no content creator that I don't like, because I don't have any personal beef with anyone, and I wouldn't have any personal beef with anyone because I don't believe in having beef over social media. That's stupid. Can you tell us your bias and bias record for each group you support? Literally go through all of them. We're gonna be here for a while, so I'm just gonna do the groups that come to mind. So in Hypen, my bias used to be Sanghoon, but then I got bias rigged, like badly, to the point where my bias record actually replaced my bias, and I had two bias records, and my two bias records were Jangwon and Nikki, and now my biases are Jangwon and Nikki. So I'm also going towards like the Nikki direction. I think he's my bias, and then my bias record is now Sanghoon. Yeah. Monster X, my bias is IM, my record is Minhyuk. Hopefully I said that right. BTS, my bias is RM, my bias record is Yoongi. Twice, my bias is, who is my bias in Twice? Twice, I don't have a bias because I love them all so much. Like, they're all my biases and they're all my bias records. ITZY, my bias is Ryujin. My record changes every day. One day it's Leah, one day it's Sherryong, one day it's Yeji, one day it's Yuna. That's just how it is, but my bias is Ryujin. But my record, sometimes Ryujin wrecks me. Like, sometimes she's my bias and then she wrecks me and I'm like, damn, slow down. My bias in IVE would be Yujin. My record would be Liz. Kepler, you know what? My bias in Kepler is Hikaru, and my record is Shouting. Give me a moment. NCT 127, my bias is NCT 127. My bias is Jungwoo. My record is Yuta. NCT Dream, my bias is Haechan. My record, I don't have a record in NCT Dream actually. And then Wavy, my bias is 10. I don't have a record. My record could be Yang, but I'm not really sure. And then NCT as a whole, my bias is Seungchan, and my bias record is Shotaro. Like ever since they came, they just took my heart. Like damn. My bias in Red Velvet is Joy, Marika is Silky. I genuinely cannot remember all the groups. I cannot remember all the groups, so that's where I'm gonna leave it for today. If there's anyone else I remember and you're still curious, just let me know down below in the comments and I'll tell you. How does it feel to be a black K-pop fan? Being a black K-pop stan feels like I'm playing Minesweeper, where it's like I've got an option of tiles to step on, but one of the tiles could be a literal bomb, and if I step on it, I'm gonna get bombed, of course. So that's how it feels. It feels like I'm constantly like on my toes, on my tippy toes. I'm like waiting for someone to mess up. But the way that but personally, my K-pop my black K-pop stan experience has gotten better as I started detaching myself from the groups. So like when I say that I like K-pop in terms of the music and performance. I don't watch V-Lives anymore. I don't watch Instagram Lives. I don't watch like variety shows. I don't watch like K-pop YouTube. I don't watch like YouTube content like Bantan TV. You know, like those that I don't watch like Stray Kids, Two Kids Room, stuff like that. Like I've kind of distanced myself from the individuals in the groups and I'm more into the groups now. And then when I'm focusing on individuals, I'm focusing on like stages, performance, concerts, stuff like that. So that's what has made it better, that if I don't feel like there's any sort of like parasocial relationship between me and the individual, I don't feel disappointed. Like if someone was like, Nayeon did cornrows, I'm like, okay, obviously it's wrong, but like I don't care. She has a nice voice. That's how it is now. Who do you think are the kings of 4th gen? You just reminded me. Okay, so my TXT bias would be Bomgyu, and then my bias breaker would be Taehyun. You just reminded me. And the kings of 4th gen for me are TXT. That's just my opinion. I don't know. TXT just has it all. And here's what I said. Let's TXT. First of all, TXT. Kings of 4th gen. I don't know. Second of all, they can all dance. Third of all, they're all tall. Fourth of all, I don't know, they're just talented. Fifth, they're cute. Okay? 60 are the kings of 4th gen. They just have it. Okay? Do you listen to K-pop? Girl, I'm tired. I still have so many questions. Help me. Do you listen to K-hip-hop or K-R&B? I listen to K-hip-hop. Like I said earlier on, being a black K-pop stan is like waiting for someone to mess up. Now, if I was a black K-hip-hop stan, I would have been on a hospital bed from stress, because K-hip-hop is the literal scene that I want to avoid, because culture appropriation is a norm. Like, they always have a song, you know, with a hint of culture appropriation, with a hint of like something that has to do with a black culture, but they want to be part of black. They want to be part of black culture, like actually being black. Want to immerse themselves in the culture without actually understanding the historical meaning and the cultural meanings of the culture. Like that DNA remix, J-Park. Sorry, no. K-hip-hop, just not for me. If you're into it, each to their own. You do you, boo. It's just not for me. K-R&B, I do like K-R&B. I listen to a lot of BB. She's so good. She's so good. How do you feel about the channel K Music and Black Women? I'm glad you brought it up, because we need to talk about the channel K Music and Black Women. Is that channel even still active? If that channel is still active, I'll be very confused, because there is no reason why the channel should be active. I could get into why that is so weird. All you need to know about how I feel about that channel is that I don't have good feelings, okay? It's weird, and I could make a whole video about it. So obviously you like K-pop, but I'm wondering what other kinds of music do you like? Are there any genres or styles you really love, or favorite artists? Even in K-pop, there's like a billion different genres. You're right, there are so many genres. Unfortunately, I'm not very clued up on different terminologies of genres. One thing about me is if music sounds nice, it sounds nice. I'm not gonna even know what genre it is. So for me, I could be referring to something as K-pop, although it's just Korean music. Do you see? That's my problem. Like I don't know the names of genres, but I can tell you that like my favorite Western artists, for example, like Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, I like Joji, I like what's his name? Conan Gray. I like Kanye West. You know, listen to Pop Smoke sometimes, but I don't know. Rappers in the Western industry, you have to avoid as much as you can, because those are some of the most problematic people you will ever meet in your entire life. I listen to Dua Lipa. Just say Ariana Grande. I hate pickles, they're so sour. Who else I like? I like so many different people. I like what's this? Kali Uchis. I like Kali Uchis. I like Rosalia. I like so many different artists. They can't all come up to mind, but when they do and you're still interested, let me know down below in the comments and I'll tell you. Which Western celebrity or non-Korean celeb do you want to see do aegyo? Easy. Kanye West. Like, who doesn't want to see Kanye West do aegyo? Like, please, right now, today, I can see that man do aegyo because he needs to chill. Oh, did you also say Kanye West? That is crazy. Literally, the rest of the question is, for me, it's Kanye West. You and me, same mind. Please answer the question unlike someone cough breathes any. What's the team? What is the team? What are the qualities that changed when you discovered K-pop? Qualities that changed when I discovered K-pop is that I started thinking more. This is gonna sound so cringe, but I started thinking more critically. Like, I really learned how to think more critically, but I learned it independently, meaning that when I saw a K-pop idol doing culture appropriation, my first thought wasn't, oh my gosh, we need to cancel them, you know, their career is done, this, that, and the third. How I started thinking was that I first analyzed the situation, see what the hell is going on. Then after that, I see the actions of the perpetrator of culture appropriation. Did they apologize? Did they not repeat it? Did they discuss it? Were they taught about it? Did they know about it? Stuff like that. Like, I've learned to critically analyze situations, to critically think, to be more open-minded. I also learned that, when it comes to K-pop, you need to be very careful with your opinions, because people will literally have a death wish for you. Like, people will write you in their death note. Like, people are crazy. Some K-pop fans are insane, okay? So for me, what changed is that I became more conscious of my opinion, and I learned how to respectfully speak my opinion. If I speak my opinion and you're still offended by it, even though I said it as most respectfully as I can, you're just literally like ridiculous, because what more can I do? Like, I cannot cater to you all the time. So that's what I learned, to just be more respectful with my opinion. And that's really just all. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just like, it was part of my formative years. So, and I am still in my formative years. So I mean, I don't know, things are like changing every day. Did you go through a cringe phase? If so, tell me. Yes, I am currently going through a cringe phase. That's why I started distancing myself from K-pop idols. Like, I'm genuinely not gonna be up at 3 a.m. watching a V-Live. That's just not me, okay? That's just not me. And I start cringing in terms of, oh, like, I like K-pop, that's so cringe and weird, ew. No, it's not like that. It's just a thing of, like, I cannot let K-pop be, like, 90% of my life. Like, it just needs to be a genre of music that I listen to and something that I speak about on Ktube. But I'm not gonna let it, like, take over my whole life. So that's the whole cringe phase. And I also don't do that whole thing of like saying happy birthday to idols anymore. For me, it's just like they're not gonna see it, so I'm not gonna be out here saying happy birthday to someone's not gonna see it. I don't even keep up with birthdays anymore. It's just not my thing. Staying up until a music video comes out, not my thing. If I watch it, I watch it. If I don't, I don't. That's just how it is. Like, K-pop is not my life, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all. That is it. And that concludes our Q&A. Wow, thank you so much for everyone who sent in questions. Y'all really came through with these questions. Super interesting. Considering the length of this video, I'm probably gonna add timestamps, so I know that there's probably gonna be like nobody who watches this outro. Hopefully there's no one who watches this outro. If you did watch this outro, I want you to comment an egg. to see who really stayed till the end. But I don't think I would even stay till the end. But that is it for this video. Thanks so much for sending in questions. And I just really love and appreciate all of you. Thanks so much.